All right, here we have the AverMedia Live Gamer HD. It's the PCIe version with exclusive software, hot button, dedicated record features. So I'm just going to do a quick little unboxing here so we can get an idea of what this thing looks like before I drop it in and start playing with it. Comes in a pretty slick little box here. It's actually kind of, I don't know if you can see on the front there, Recentral, AverMedia. Yeah, pretty flashy, I guess, for a box. Card's pretty small, it looks like. So it's got the full HDMI pass-through. You can record and stream PC games, but it also, kind of the main reason I got it was for streaming PlayStation 4 games. The hot button thing is actually pretty cool because before on older cards you'd have to configure hotkeys to start streaming. This is just an additional piece that sits on your desk and you tap it and start streaming for you. So let's pull the carefully pull the card out here. Pretty small, very, very light. I was expecting it to be a little bit bigger. Two HDMI, or HDMI in, HDMI out, audio in, out for 3.5. Yeah. Not a bad size. Let's get the rest of this out here. Oh. Cable's tied through underneath. Let's get that out of here. It's actually pretty slick. Probably just sit right there whenever you want to start recording. Just tap on that. Comes with an XSplit broadcast gift certificate. I think on the front of the box it said, what did it say? 3-month premium. Not too bad if you use that. I prefer Open Broadcaster. Let's see what we got in here. Stuff. Comes with HDMI, DVI. We've got HDMI to DVI. We've got HDMI, and then 3.5, 3.5. Good digital manuals. Yep, it's right here. So, assuming you download the manual, download the software on there. So, yeah, here it is. Not too shabby. All right, I'm gonna drop it in. See how it works.
All right, so let's take a look at how the Live Gamer HD actually interfaces with the computer and what software you have to use. So once you have the card actually installed, there's a good amount of software that you need to download before you can start using it. And the bulk of what you're going to be doing is going to be done through the AverMedia Rec Central. Once you open this up, it's a pretty sweet little program that has quite a bit of capabilities to it. It ties in the capture functionalities of the device as well as the streaming functionality all into one program. So if you don't necessarily want to use Open Broadcaster or XSplit, you don't necessarily have to. When you first boot in, you'll probably be brought to this one at first. But if you click on Capture, there's this little dial in the middle, and there's 3 different settings. Your wizard that'll take you through how you have it set up. So this card actually has 3 different ways you can set it up. The current PC. You can hook another PC up to this PC and then kick it out, or you can hook up a game console. Just make sure on your console you actually disable the copy protection. For now, I've been using the game console settings. So what I would do is click on this, then you can click on video source, and I don't really know if too many people are going to be hooking their console up via DVI, but if your monitor input only has DVI, I guess that's what you're going to use. You click on some video adjustment. I mean, you just kind of want to leave it at standard. It's not really going to do a whole lot to do the other setting. Audio source, you're going to actually want it coming through the capture card, but you can also select a microphone to serve alongside it, and it will record all of this into one file. Set it for always on, or if you want to enable hotkeys or push to talk, those options are all built in right here. The video settings is where you can actually get kind of down and dirty with everything. And the first mistake I made when using this was not switching the video format to TS. So I did a bunch of recording, left it as TS, and could not import it into Vegas Pro. And then I came in here, found the settings, switched it to MP4. It's got a whole gamut of resolutions that you can record at. If you're just recording locally and not streaming, it doesn't hurt to go 1080. A bunch of bit rates all the way up to 50. Oh, I'm sorry, all the way up to 60, down to 0.3. Streaming, leave it at 2. Audio settings, 256, and it can do 30 frames per second recording. Gives you kind of a little breakdown here of all this stuff. If you want to set up some hotkeys for everything, you can. This device here I showed you in the unboxing is the record button that is actually pretty unique to this device. You just click on it, and when the program's open, it'll instantly start recording. So you don't necessarily need to set up hotkeys to start video capturing. Probably one of the coolest things I like about this. What else is pretty neat is you can save all of these templates. So if you particularly prefer recording in 720, 60 frames, or if you need to do it in 30, depending on whatever specifications you have for what you're doing, you can save templates for that instead of having to come through absolutely every single time. So when you boot up the program, you can click on whichever profile you want, and you're set to go. If you're ready to record, you can just click ready. The advanced one takes you through quite a bit more here. You can set, it's kind of the same thing. It's just all in one screen instead of clicking through. You can click ready, takes you over here to your screen. As you can see, I've got some Rocket League going on. Don't have the audio clicked on for it now, but as soon as you're ready, you just click record. All right, so this is a video that I recorded using just the capture functionality on the card. This video in particular was shot at 1080p, 30 frames a second. From what you can see, it came out very nice. For what's being recorded, Rocket League is a very fast-paced game, so making sure that you're able to capture everything that's happening without losing any resolution or any blurring or ghosting effects is extremely important for a game like this. You don't need to capture at 1080p. I've done video tests on everything from the lowest setting to the highest setting, and the difference between the 1080p recording and the 720p at 30 frames a second is so minuscule that it almost doesn't seem like it's worth recording at the higher quality and chewing through your hard drive space. Overall, I'm very pleased with the capturing capabilities of this card. Well, you may have to spend some time tweaking the settings to get it to look exactly how you want. There's so much that you can play with that you're bound to find something that you think looks good and lives up to your standards. So that's the record functionality of it. I've found that it's actually quite crisp for what this card is. It's very small, and there's a lot that can be done with just this tiny card, and I've tried recording in all of the different settings, and 1080, 60 frames a second has come out beautifully for me. So I don't necessarily have any complaints in the way of this thing actually capturing the audio and the video. Where I have noticed a little bit of issue is with the streaming functionality of it, and particularly through the Rec Central as well as through Open Broadcaster. So this is kind of the same thing. If you click on the wizard, takes you through how you have it set up: game console, video source, audio source, video settings, all that stuff. Once you're ready, it's actually going to ask you to verify your Twitch account. You put in your username and password, and it verifies it, and then you get ready to stream. So this is a video I shot using the streaming capabilities of the card. This video in particular was shot using Open Broadcaster, and as you can tell, the video quality on it is kind of lacking. And I did a lot of tweaking with some of the settings and could never really get it to look as nice as I wanted it to. So it's a little bit of a catch-22 in that I prefer a lot of Open Broadcaster's features that they have in terms of overlays and adjustments to various inputs. You can loop in your stereo mix for additional microphones. If you're on a call with somebody through Skype or Hangouts and you want to loop them into the game audio, you can do that. But I really wasn't too pleased with the outcome of the video quality on this. one problem that I have with the Rec Central streaming functionality is that, well, the game audio comes through fine. You do not have the ability to adjust your microphone volume while streaming. And there aren't as many settings in this software as I would like. Whereas like Open Broadcaster, XSplit, you can be adjusting things on the fly. You can adjust the console input volume. You can adjust your microphone volumes on the fly. This one, once you hit go, that's pretty much it. There is an option in here to turn your microphone on, click on settings, but you can't turn the capture device. You can't adjust the volume for that. You can move this to where you want it to be, but even when I had it at 100%, it wasn't necessarily as nice as I wanted it to be or as loud as I wanted it to be. So that's kind of my only complaint with it. People who were watching said the video came through pretty well. You are streaming 1080p, 2 megabit video rate, and unless your internet is super fast, it's going to come through a little choppy. And I did notice that the quality on the video was not nearly as crisp as I would have liked it to be. But then again, that could have been a result of a whole lot of other factors, including my internet upload speed at the time, possibly my PC configuration. So I don't necessarily want to knock it too hard because this software itself functions fantastically for what it's doing, and it's a proprietary software that comes with the cards, so there's really not much to complain about with it. So the other thing too is it comes with a program called the Live Gamer HD Stream Engine. So if you prefer to use XSplit or Open Broadcast, you open up the Live Gamer HD Stream Engine, you enable this, get all your settings set up, and then once you open Open Broadcaster or XSplit or whatever else you're using, it will detect your Live Gamer HD as a video input source and allow you to stream using that. So it does not lock you down to using their proprietary software, which I think is great because, well, they do have a great piece of software that functions with the device as it stands. It's really cool that they allow you to use this device with other programs, and they realize, hey, not everybody's going to want to use what we have. People are set in their ways. They like what they have. Maybe all your settings are there. You have all your overlays. This is a very basic, if you just want to kick out your video stream with some audio over it, that's it. You can't do anything like layers, input your own webcam on there. So it's very, very basic. But again, if that's all you're looking for, perfectly serves its purpose. So in all, I'm very highly pleased with this capture card, and I didn't get into too many of the technical specifications of it because I'm still learning it myself. I just wanted to give you a basic overview of the program, how it functions, and just some general information about it. So I would definitely recommend it if you're looking into getting one of these. I believe it retails at just around $200, so it's kind of a low cost of entry. If you don't have a gaming PC or a PC that you can utilize with this particular card, it is a PCIe interface. They do have the Live Gamer HD Portable series, which is a little bit cheaper. It's a complete USB form factor, but it does feature the ability to utilize the device without a PC. So if you're sitting in your living room and you want to record what you're doing, plug it into your game system, start recording. So that is actually a pretty cool feature for the portable. Shot for shot, exactly the same recording quality, same encoding, all of the same hardware. Just one is PC free and one requires a PC. I'll drop some links in the description to where you can pick up both the PCIe version as well as the portable version, but whatever you choose is going to be a fantastic option if you're just looking to get yourself into capturing and streaming.